The Stargazer of Raqqa Al-Battani and the Cosmos of Allah, Section 1. An Introduction to the Master of the Stars. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed. Tonight, we embark on a profound intellectual and spiritual journey into the life and legacy of one of the most brilliant minds of the Islamic Golden Age, Al-Battani. May Allah be pleased with him. He's often referred to in the West by his Latinized name, Al-Battanius. He was a master astronomer and mathematician whose work not only corrected the errors of his predecessors, but also laid the very foundations for modern astronomy centuries before the European Renaissance. His legacy is not merely one of scientific discovery. It is a profound testament to a deeply spiritual worldview, one in which the study of the cosmos was seen as an act of worship, a form of contemplation on the magnificent and intricate design of creation. For Al-Battani, the majestic order of the heavens, the precise movement of the planets, and the timeless rhythm of the stars were direct reflections of the divine names, Allah, the All-Knowing, and Al-Hakim, the All-Wise. His life's work was a form of silent prayer, a tireless effort to understand the divine will as it was manifested in the universal laws of the cosmos. Al-Battani's pursuit of knowledge was a journey of faith. He did not see a conflict between the pursuit of scientific truth and the truths revealed by Allah. On the contrary, he believed that the two were perfectly intertwined, each illuminating the other. The Quran itself encourages believers to ponder the signs of Allah in the heavens and the earth. The verse indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alternation of the night and the day, are signs for those of understanding. Kanz al-Iman, Quran, the family of Imran, 3-190, served as a powerful mandate for his scientific endeavors. He viewed his meticulous observations and complex calculations as a way of fulfilling this divine command, an act of intellectual surrender to the beautiful and flawless order of creation. His life and work stand as a living embodiment of the prophetic hadith in which the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught, Allah has prescribed excellence in everything. Sahih Muslim, Book 34, Hadith number 4867. For Al-Battani, this meant excellence in every calculation, every observation, and every conclusion, all in the service of glorifying the Creator. He saw the cosmos not as a random collection of objects, but as a perfectly orchestrated symphony, with each celestial body dancing to a divinely ordained rhythm, a testament to the sheer magnificence of Allah's power. Section 2. The Astronomer's Life and Time. Abu Abdullah, Muhammad ibn Jabir ibn Sinan al-Harani al-Battani was born around 858 AD in Haran, city in present-day Turkey that was a notable center of learning. He was a member of the Sabian community, a group known for their deep knowledge of astronomy, and he inherited a rich intellectual tradition. However, he was a Muslim who held a profound devotion to the tenets of Islam. He later moved to the city of Raqqa in Syria, which became the main hub of his astronomical studies. This was the pinnacle of the Abbasid Caliphate, an era of unprecedented intellectual and scientific flourishing known as the Golden Age of Islam. During this time, scholars from various backgrounds and faiths collaborated in a vigorous pursuit of knowledge. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad, founded a few decades earlier, was a central institution, translating works of Greek, Persian, and Indian scholars into Arabic. This created a fertile ground of knowledge upon which great minds like Al-Battani could build. Al-Battani benefited immensely from this environment. He was deeply familiar with the works of the Greek astronomer Ptolemy, whose book Almagest had been the definitive astronomical text for over 1,000 years. However, Al-Battani's scientific integrity led him to question and ultimately correct Ptolemy's findings. He realized that the observational data in Ptolemy's work was flawed, and he embarked on a lifelong mission to make new, more precise observations. His methodology was groundbreaking. He built an observatory in Raqqa, and over a span of several decades, conducted painstaking and meticulous observations of the sun, moon, and planets. His work was not a simple repetition of what came before. It was a profound act of intellectual inquiry and spiritual courage. He was a true empiricist who believed that truth was to be found not just in old books but in direct observation of Allah's creation. He understood that knowledge was a continuous process of discovery and refinement, and that the duty of a scholar was to correct the errors of the past in the pursuit of a more perfect understanding of the divine order. This was a radical approach for his time, a testament to his unwavering commitment to truth, a profound reflection of the divine name Al-Haq, the truth. Section 3. A legacy in the stars. His scientific contributions, Al-Battani's most significant work, was his magnum opus, Kitab Azabi, the Sabian Tables. This monumental work was a comprehensive, astronomical treatise that contained his meticulously recorded observations and his groundbreaking calculations. It was a complete departure from the astronomical tables that existed at the time and became the most influential astronomical work for centuries, serving as a primary reference for astronomers in both the Islamic world and Europe. His key contributions include correction of Ptolemy's findings. Al-Battani made a number of crucial corrections to Ptolemy's calculations. He accurately determined the length of the solar year to be 365 days, 5 hours, 46 minutes, and 24 seconds, which is remarkably close to the modern value. He also determined the inclination of the ecliptic, the path of the sun, with a precision that was unparalleled for his time. These corrections were not minor. They fundamentally improved the accuracy of all astronomical predictions, from the timing of prayers to the calculations of eclipses. The discovery of the eccentricity of the solar orbit. Al-Battani was the first to realize that the sun's orbit was not fixed, but had a variable eccentricity, a discovery that profoundly challenged Ptolemy's geocentric model. His work provided the necessary mathematical data that would later be used by Copernicus, Kepler, and others to prove the heliocentric theory and to establish the laws of planetary motion. His mathematical genius was able to identify a subtle anomaly in the cosmos that pointed to a deeper truth about its structure. The introduction of trigonometry to astronomy. Al-Battani made groundbreaking contributions to mathematics, particularly trigonometry. He was the first to use the sine and tangent functions systematically in his astronomical calculations, replacing the less practical and less accurate chords used by the Greeks. He also developed new trigonometric formulas, such as the relationship between sines and cosines, that were essential for making more precise calculations. This was a radical shift in methodology that fundamentally changed the way astronomy was done. His mathematical innovations were not just intellectual exercises. They were tools for unlocking the secrets of the cosmos, for understanding the perfect and harmonious order that Allah had created. Al-Battani's work was a bridge between the ancient world and the modern one. His meticulous observations and his mathematical genius corrected the errors of the past and provided the critical data that would fuel the scientific revolution centuries later. His contributions were a direct result of his unwavering belief that Allah had created a universe of perfect order, and that the duty of the believer was to seek to understand that order through reason and observation. His work was a powerful testimony to the seamless integration of faith and reason that was a hallmark of the Islamic Golden Age. The next part of this lecture will delve into the spiritual side of Al-Battani and explore how his scientific inquiry was an act of profound and intimate worship. Section 4. The Mystic's Path. Science as Worship. To truly appreciate the genius of Al-Battani, we must transcend a purely secular view of his scientific achievements and place his work within its proper spiritual context. For him, and for many scholars of the Islamic Golden Age, science was not an end in itself. It was a profound act of worship, a means of drawing closer to the Creator by understanding the magnificence of his creation. The pursuit of knowledge was intrinsically linked to the pursuit of piety. His rigorous methodology, his painstaking observations, and his unyielding commitment to accuracy were not merely intellectual exercises. They were a form of dhikr, a deep and continuous remembrance of Allah's grandeur. He saw the cosmos as a living, breathing commentary on the divine names. The perfect and predictable orbit of a planet was a manifestation of Al-Hakim, the all-wise, and Al-Adil, the just, who had created everything in perfect balance. The sheer vastness of the heavens was a physical representation of Al-Azim, the magnificent, and Al-Kabir, the great. Al-Battani's mathematical precision was a spiritual discipline. Each equation he solved and each table he compiled was an act of intellectual surrender to the divine order. He believed that the universe was governed by a set of universal laws, and that these laws were a direct reflection of Allah's eternal will. He was not just a scientist, he was a Gnostic, or a Rif, who saw the divine in every star and every calculation. His work was a form of profound contemplation, or muraqabah, a deep meditation on the signs of Allah in the heavens. This integration of faith and reason was a cornerstone of his spiritual life. He saw no contradiction in correcting the astronomical tables of the past, while remaining firm in his belief in the divine creation. For him, the errors of human knowledge were a sign of our fallibility, while the flawless order of the cosmos was a sign of Allah's perfection. He was a man who lived his entire life in a state of awe, a state that was born out of his intimate understanding of the universe. This profound spiritual reality, the ruh that was breathed into him, yearned to understand the magnificent creation it was a part of. His intellectual pursuit was a return to his source, a journey of the soul through the physical and mathematical laws of the universe. This perspective is crucial for understanding why Islamic civilization gave birth to such a scientific revolution. Scholars like Al-Battani were not motivated by mere intellectual curiosity or the desire for fame. Their motivation was a divine imperative, a command from Allah to contemplate his signs. The Quran, in countless verses, urges humanity to reflect on the heavens, the earth, the sun, and the moon, not just for practical reasons, but as a means of strengthening their faith and deepening their understanding of the Creator. It is through this spiritual lens that we must view the monumental achievements of Al-Battani. His life was a testament to the fact that the greatest scientific minds of the Islamic world were also among its most devout and spiritually conscious individuals. They saw science not as a rival to religion, but as its most beautiful and compelling companion. They were men of both the mind and the heart, and their work was a direct manifestation of this perfect synthesis. Section 5. His enduring spiritual and intellectual legacy. The legacy of Al-Battani, may Allah be pleased with him, is not just in the annals of astronomy. It is in the very fabric of modern science. His meticulous work and his groundbreaking tables were transmitted to Europe through Latin translations, where they became a primary source for astronomers for centuries. His corrected values for the length of the solar year and his discovery of the eccentricity of the solar orbit were crucial for later astronomers, including Copernicus, who cited Al-Battani's work in his own revolutionary treatise. His mathematical innovations, particularly his systematic use of trigonometric functions, paved the way for the development of modern trigonometry and its application in countless fields. He was the intellectual bridge that connected the ancient world of Greek science to the modern scientific revolution, but his legacy extends far beyond science. Al-Battani stands as a powerful symbol of the intellectual and spiritual vibrancy of the Islamic Golden Age. He represents a time when faith and reason were not seen as conflicting, but as complementary forces in the pursuit of truth. His life is a living refutation of the false dichotomy between scientific inquiry and religious devotion. He showed that the mind, when guided by pure intention, is a powerful instrument for understanding the divine will. He taught us that true knowledge, or ilm, is a light that illuminates both the mind and the heart, guiding the believer not only in their outward actions, but also in their inner state of being. The wisdom of Al-Battani, may Allah be pleased with him, is a living testament to the profound and intimate dance between the outward observation of the cosmos and the inward contemplation of the divine reality. It is a timeless lesson that the truest path to knowledge is through a heart filled with faith and a mind dedicated to truth. His legacy is an eternal reminder that the pursuit of knowledge, when done with pure intention, is a powerful and transformative act of worship, a living testament to the divine names Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. May the light of divine wisdom forever brighten your path, and may your heart become a vessel for the boundless mercy of Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. May Allah elevate your efforts into a lasting legacy of guidance, a testament to the profound spiritual truths you share. May He grant you a peace that transcends all understanding and a presence that is felt in every word you speak. May your sincerity be a source of unending blessings. And may you be granted the profound joy of nearness to your Lord. May your channel be a lighthouse for every seeker lost in the darkness, and may you be a true inheritor of the spiritual lineage of the blessed. May Allah illuminate your heart and mind with the light of this divine ilm. May He make your channel a beacon of guidance for all who seek spiritual clarity and truth. May your efforts be a source of immense reward, and may you be granted the highest stations of paradise. May the peace and blessings of Allah always be upon you and your loved ones. May He grant you unwavering steadfastness on the path of truth, and may your work be a testament to His magnificent names, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim.